All right, so we have this beautiful torch, and here is a part which I've added. So, what is the purpose of doing that? Is basically to have a finish line. So, whenever the player comes on this part, the pink colored part, I want that to be taken as uh, the final checkpoint or finish line. So here what I have done is I have created a script under this part. So you can choose to make this part invisible. Just go into the properties of this part and make the transparency is equal to 1, so that this part becomes invisible, and whenever the player comes closer, it will automatically detect the touch event. So to code that touch event, I have added a script and named it as final spot. So inside that part, this is the script that I have written. Uh, it creates local variable of finish, and then again, that is nothing but the script dot parent, which is the part. That part is basically taken as the finish line here, that pink colored platform, or it could be transparent. Now there is an event which is a can touch event, and first of all it is going to, so in that function of touch event, what I've done is first you have to uh, identify if it is a humanoid, if the humanoid is present, which could be any character. So the first child is nothing but a humanoid here. Then, once the character is present, you have to identify whether that character is a player or some other character like a zombie. So here, this script will identify that yes, it is a player. It could be multiple players as well. So whichever player touches that part first is going to be announced as a winner. So here, as of now, we have simply identified that to be a player, and then we have to check whether the player is present and is it touching that pink color platform. If it is true, then we will send a remote event saying that this player has won the game. Now, how do we send a remote event? Is what we are going to learn shortly in the next video, perhaps. Let's first understand how we are making use of this code, which we have done earlier as well. This is simply a touch event, and that has been applied to this part. And you can go to the properties section, just go to the view section, look for properties, and you can also turn this part tra- transparent. So now the part is still there, but it is invisible. So the moment uh, player touches this or comes closer to the torch, uh, our event is going to be triggered. Now, how do we use that event is what we will learn shortly. So let this be invisible for now. There's another way of simplifying your code. On in the Explorer section, as you can see, there is part, there is torch, there is torch head, there is fire. So all these things look a little bit messy. So you can simply click on one and continue to press that shift button and the downward arrow key to select multiple paths. And I'm going to do the right click and simply group this together. And I'm going to call, so this turns into a module. A module is nothing but a folder. So as you can see here, in the downward arrow, you will have, these subsections under this folder. Now I'm going to rename this model as finish. So now that becomes one unit of finish line, and it is kind of easy to also keep track of multiple parts. So similarly, what I've done here is I've also collected all those hedge parts together and turned it into a folder, and all the palettes are in this folder, so it becomes easier to understand your explorer section as well, and you will also be able to find multiple parts easily by simply looking at these folders here. Now let's try to understand how do we create an a remote event and how do we trigger